Welcome back to the Delaware Way. It has been like a business mystery novel. Where is the Amazon second headquarters going? We know one thing for certain. It's not coming to Delaware. However, it could move close. Here to talk about that is John Boyd, consultant at the Boyd Company. Thanks so much for coming back. We should say that the Boyd Company, you help corporations move into new locations.
Yes, we advise major corporations where to locate and expand their facilities.
But you're not working with Amazon.
Amazon's not a client of ours.
If they came to Philadelphia, it would help Delaware.
It sure would. 50,000 high-paying jobs. The average salary in HQ2 will approach $100,000. So the economic development benefits of HQ2 are just enormous. It's the biggest project in the history of economic development.
And some work would come out of Delaware. People from Delaware would get jobs there. I mean, it's not that far of a commute.
Of course. So the housing market would experience a significant bump. The retail industry here would, of course, do well. The tourism and hospitality industries would, of course, get a big benefit. And also the labor market. Many folks will choose to live in Delaware and commute to the Philadelphia location should Philadelphia win this project.
So we're talking about Philadelphia because Philadelphia made the short list, but it's not talked about on the short list as much as, say, Pittsburgh is, or as much as Boston is, or Virginia, or Newark. Where would you rank them now, Philadelphia? Is there a real strong chance they're going to get it?
I believe there is, and it's interesting that you mentioned Newark. We're hearing a lot of buzz about Newark in recent weeks. And traditionally, what made Newark a strong contender above and beyond the $9 billion of incentives was the skill sets in healthcare and multimedia. Okay, Amazon is a company aggressively getting into the healthcare and multimedia business. But the other factor that's really emerging here, and Philadelphia can leverage this, is this idea of social impact. Amazon is actively trying to improve and increase its goodwill among lawmakers because of antitrust issues and because of recent concerns about incentives and their hiring practices and wages. Just Capital recently released a report that looked at nearly 900 publicly traded companies and concluded that because Newark is the poorest and most diverse of the top 20 finalists, Amazon's social justice ranking and its best business practices ranking would skyrocket from 55th to 9th place. That's some momentum for Philadelphia as well, because Philadelphia can talk about being one of the poorest. In fact, has the third lowest median income among all top 20 finalists, and it has the fourth highest African American population.
And it has a mayor that is a social justice warrior at this point and probably would get along well with Jeff Bezos.
Absolutely. And even in a post-HQ2 world, this idea of social impact being a site selection driver will fare well here in Philadelphia. And it's something that you're going to hear more economic development professionals incorporate into their narrative and into their industry attraction programs.
You talked about the wages going up for the lowest wage earners in Amazon, and that affects Delaware greatly.
Absolutely, $15 an hour, and that's another example, an action that Amazon has taken to really improve its goodwill among the public and of lawmakers.
They have a huge distribution center in the center part of the state, so it affects everything. It affects the budget here, it affects wages here, all across the board. The fact that Amazon did that. I've asked you this before, and I think your answer may change. I asked you once before, where do you think Amazon is going? And at the time you said Northern Virginia. Has that changed?
I think Northern Virginia is a very strong candidate, okay? But I think in recent weeks, this idea of this social impact narrative becoming stronger, it might be a tougher sell to do the HQ2 in Northern Virginia and receive all those tremendous incentive tax breaks when you realize that the median household income in Fairfax County and in Arlington, Virginia, and in Loudoun County, where Amazon currently has significant data center operations, is double what it is here in the greater Philadelphia market and double of what it is in Newark. And of course, it's less diverse as well.
All right, John, thanks a lot. John Boyd, consultant at the Boyd Company. When we come back, the Delaware Theater Company has a new production and will introduce you to the lead actor. As a matter of fact, the only actor. He plays 38 characters. That's when the Delaware Way continues.